Today is a wonderful day. And each day that we are alive, really, we should see as a wonderful one. But today has special significance because the good deeds of the government are being brought to light. And you who are here are witnesses that something wonderfully good is happening in St. Kitts and Nevis. And no matter what they say and who may say otherwise, you are seeing the good works taking place before your eyes. I feel very pleased to be here with so many of you, my beloved constituents and compatriots. And I'm happy to be here in Molyneux, the epicenter of the constituency, which stretches from Bellevue to Atlas. Elwita was right. We could have hosted this ceremony in Bellevue, or Tabernacle by Baby J Shop, or we could have done it in Mansion, or Christchurch, or Lodge, or Borio, or Phillips, or Molyneux, or anywhere in the constituency, because today we are bringing housing solutions for all of the constituents wherever they are located. But I determine it would be nicer here in Molyneux at this time. And I am happy that I have come among the people that have shown me love, as you, the constituents, have always shown me love. And when you look through the audience gathered here, and I see people like Baby J, who several years back stood up. She was a strong Pamite. Long before unity, she made a change. And years after, Baby J is still here, solid as a rock. Give Baby J a round of applause. I want to thank all the other people who are here, who have been part of my unity family, our unity family, who have given their best support to the idea that people, notwithstanding their distinct party affiliation, can come together for good of country. And so I want to thank all of you. I want to thank in particular Willie Mercer, and I want to thank Melvin, and I want to thank the Honorable Eugene Hamilton, for he was one of the first representatives of PAM who came to my constituency office to speak to the Pamites and to say, together it will be better. And so I want to thank all of you and to thank Eugene Hamilton for his support. And I would say this about the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. Once he gives his word, he will do his endeavor best to ensure that he keep his word. And I will take great pride and pleasure in inviting the constituents from number 7. Once we lock this up, as we have always locked it up for the election day, we will move with strength into number 8, and we will deliver every polling box in number 8 to the Honorable Eugene Hamilton. That is the expectation. So together we will. Together we will. Today we have a clear demonstration that when people work together, you achieve more. You achieve more. We have the government working with the NHC, the NHC working with Social Security to provide the funding, the NHC working with a series of builders and suppliers of materials, from Tennessee to Builders Paradise, to Horsfords, to Ricardo's, and many, many other people to deliver a better quality product to the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. It blesses my heart today to see some of the persons who are among the first of those who are benefiting from the housing program. More are to benefit. So I want you, even if you are not one of the lucky ones today, to be happy for those who are receiving their keys today. The fact that they are out of the pool of those waiting means that you have gone closer upwards on the list. And so your time will come next. So please don't jealous them. Please don't criticize them. Please don't have no bad word to say about them. But you pray to God that Team Unity continues and the program of delivery so that your time would be realized. I want to congratulate all of you who are special to be in the first tranche of our delivery of Unity Housing Solutions. Well, indeed, it is the second time that we are distributing homes. In 2015, thereabout, we distributed some 84 housing solutions, largely over at the Atlas Extension Project. Natasha, who sang so lovely, was one of those, or is one of those beneficiaries. Today we are here to do more for the people, and some 30 persons are benefiting. Some of them had lands for a very long time, and they wanted to move to the next best stage of getting a home constructed on their homes. Through the NHC, through the support of the government, today their moment has come, and we want to congratulate them. The advice that the Minister of Housing gave is a good one. These are beautiful homes. Anyone would be happy for them. You enter them, they are spacious, larger than those built before our time. And we want you really to transform these beautiful houses into beautiful homes. We want you to take care of them. We want you to maintain them. We want you over time to add value by fencing your home, by planting your lovely gardens and so on, and develop a backyard garden. There are so much things that you can do to improve on what you have had now. And it is like the story of those with the talents. What will you do with the talents that you have? Would you add value, or you would leave it just as it was given to you? Christmas will come and nothing happen, no curtain up, no nothing at all, or you will do something special about it over time. We want you not just to be proud owners, but Eugene used the important word. We want you to be responsible home owners. With ownership comes responsibility. And you have to know what your responsibility is. As we pray for the blessings and the houses and all who will enter them for good, we want you to know that part of your responsibility is to keep the environment tidy. Keep the environment tidy. Keep the environment and the surroundings here free of crime. We ain't want no fighting. We ain't want no violence. We ain't want no argument between neighbors. That is an important part of your responsibility. And we want you to take that one seriously. We want to say to you, down here before you came, those who are here, was a very quiet place. From Miss Boyles at the end to Denise Williams, everything was nice and dandy. I could have come here any hour of the night, and everything was okay. I want it still to be a quiet, nice project here in Molyneux, and I'm encouraging you to keep it that way. We ain't want no drugs in these homes that we are building. We must say that to you all up front. No cocaine, no mix-upness with no drugs, no gun sneaking in the house or in the yard. The moment of truth is that our country, the good things that are happening could be overshadowed by the misbehavior, the improper and illegal conduct of a minority few. So if you have a boyfriend or a girlfriend who in drugs, keep them further apart. Don't meet them here. Because you see, some of you are going to be entering with children, impressionable and vulnerable. And the very thing that they see you do, and your boyfriend and the girlfriend do, those are the things that they are likely to pursue. Give them an opportunity to grow up to be the best that God wants them to be. And you can live a successful life without these drugs. You can live a successful life without any guns. You can live a successful life by disciplining yourself to do the right thing. Discipline yourself to hard work. Discipline yourself to be a responsible member of the community. That is the hard road that many of us traveled. No godfather or godmother of note. No big name to talk about. But yet through discipline, to sacrifice, to understanding that if you continue over time on the good part, something good can become of your lives. And so I want to encourage you to basically help our children. We have to save them from the dangers that are all around them. And I want you to join in partnership with us. So it is about creating healthy and helpful communities of which we could all be proud. We want people, as Jean said, who are contributing to the development of St. Kitts and Nevis. Sometimes it means that you have to stand alone, because sometimes when you say, my child can't go there, if they have drugs and if they have guns, Antoinette, you may get abused. But so be it. Because we will learn in life that sometimes we have to stand alone on matters of principle. So again, I congratulate you. I wish you well. It is your home now. Just to encourage you that you must pay for it. Pay for it. Important. And I know it is not every month that you might be able to come up with the full amount. Whatever you can come up with, pay it. If it is 200, pay it. And when you get more, you pay more. At least you keep the arrears down and you show goodwill and intend to honor your obligations. I want you to appreciate that home ownership is a big thing. You know, many people live all their lives and they never own a home. You are being put in a very special position because of this government. You have a home which will last for a lifetime and beyond. You have a home which will last longer than the fancy car some people want. You have a home that you could pass now down to the next generation. You have a home that you could now use to secure a bank loan for your son or daughter in the future. This is a most significant investment that you will ever make in your lifetime. And we want you to treat it with the seriousness that it deserves. The Honorable Minister before me says that Team Unity's philosophy is about doing good things for the vast majority of people. And we quite appreciate that no matter how many wonderful things are happening, there will always be some who want to be blind. The evidence is there before their eyes, and yet they would decry the government for doing things even that they fail to do. And that is why we need you to speak out more on behalf of your government that is delivering for you and for your neighborhood. That is what we need you to do from time to time. We want to say that this is not the only initiative that we have embarked upon. This government has had the most comprehensive response in the last 30 years in the delivery of housing solutions in St. Kitts and Nevis. The NHC has delivered some 84 units before. We are now in the process of delivering another 135 by the time we would have finished phase 1, for a total of some 219 homes delivered. And we have heard this morning that a further 100 homes already started. Some in clusters, that is in groups like this, and many more on individual lots what people had, and have asked the NHC to provide them support. So we are responding with these homes. We are responding too with $30 million for government employees so that they don't have to wait in the line for NHC. We are giving them as good as they would have from the NHC. We say go to the development bank and you will get your mortgage there up to the tune of $300,000. Now, not everybody needs $300,000. Some of you just want to put on a brand new nice roof. Some of you just want to add on a room to give your neighbor trouble. And all of that we encourage you to do. Whatever it is, if it's going to enhance the property ownership in the country, we encourage you to do that. Some of you just want to have the land paid off for so that you could have something that you say you have a stake in this country of your birth. And we encourage you to do that through that particular program. This government is a compassionate government. And we have done all that we can to remember and help those ordinary folks who can't do much better. We have done that. That is why in the very first year before we began to build, Minister Hamilton came and he said, but there are so many people out there with their roofs in disrepair, needing a bathroom for health and sanitation and for the enhancement of the decency of the family. And we committed to find the resources for that. Hundreds of persons have benefited by that program. Give a round of applause to Minister Hamilton, the NHC, and the government. That is not all that we have done. We had the two most dangerous hurricanes in a lifetime. Thank God we were spared the bulk, the ravage of their devastation as has been inflicted on Dominica and St. Martin and Anguilla and elsewhere. But people were impacted, especially on the northeastern belt. I remember one Sunday going to Connery with the Honorable Jean Hamilton. As we left the airport awaiting the arrival of the Prime Minister of Dominica and Dr. Didicus Jules from St. Lucia to do a brief tour that they were doing, and they were landing next in St. Kitts. Persons with the blue tarpaulin and the discolored tarpaulin, and some who didn't get any at all. The worst section was from Connery all the way down to St. Paul's, Newton Ground. And what did we do? A government of compassion. We first said, listen, let's give them duty-free. Over 108 persons benefited to the tune of over $1.1 million by that first program. But there were about 500 persons who had applied. Some of them didn't understand it was just the duty-free. And when they come to the realization that even with that offer, they couldn't do the repair, it came back to the government. What will we do? And I said, and the cabinet agreed, we will not go through the next hurricane, and we are praying none will come. And Pastor Payne and Pastor, well, I have to say Miss Charles, but I know that changed now, and all the other pastors, we hope that in the Hepburn, the active season, and Melvin James, we are praying that God would spare us and spare other islands, because we don't really want the next one. But the aim was to help ordinary people to get back some order to their lives that had been ramshackled by the passage of hurricanes. And we started a program of going around and assisting people with their roofs. To date, we have assisted over 750 persons, never before in the history of St. Kitts and Nevis has that happened. And as Minister Hamilton said, we're not picking out. We help people up at Boardwalk. Some people say, Lord, them they got money, they will full. But we never know. We've helped people in St. Paul's. We have helped people in Phillips, in Molyneux, in Cairn, and everywhere. And I want to thank, and we are still helping people. There are people here like Utah Hodge who lost her house, or one of the first devastating blow in Molyneux, and a brand new home is being built someday up there for Utah Hodge. Give the government a round of applause. There's a young man called Renell Taylor. Day after day, Teacher Susanna Lee would call, Prime Minister, when you all will do something for Ronell, for where Ronell live really, nobody should be lived there. And over time we were able to bring assistance to their brand new house is being built for Renell, sorry. That's Mary Taylor grandson over there at Stone Castle. This is a compassionate government at work. We went down into Sadlers. We went by many people helping them. We went into the heart of St. Paul's helping people. And people are saying to us in St. Paul's, boy, I don't care what Douglas said. You can't walk in and you shoot Timothy Harris. Because after the hurricane had come last year, I was in St. Paul's and Draper and Sadlers before Dr. Douglas had time to pass. It's only when he heard Hamilton and Harris had been through the area, he come round. And then he said he was down with the pressure. He was down with the pressure. That was an excuse. I say that to say that the compassion of the government knows no political parties. So whether you are Labour or PLP or PAM or CCM, or you ain't support nobody, and there's a genuine need to the health program, to the hurricane restoration program, we have been helping you. Somewhere here is a young man, Tuki, from Mansion, who has been doing a wonderful job with that hurricane relief effort. And I want us to give him a round of applause. That's Tuki there. I remember when Lennox Liebert was last here, he said to me, I want you to give that man, I don't know where you're finding him from. I heard he lives in your area, but he's doing a wonderful job. I took him through and through in Cairn, and I am very impressed. Well, Lennox is a hard man to get to be impressed. So if Lennox is impressed, it means Tuki deserves another round of applause. Let's give him a thank you very much. And I want to thank all the contractors who have been part of this exercise. And I'm talking in the comprehensive way, the health program, the NHC housing program, the hurricane relief program. We had at this particular project 1, 2, 3, 6 homes being built here. Persons like Donna Lewis, Chesney Harris, Oswald Brandy, Stedroy Todd, Pound, Russell Prince, and so on and so on. And in Mansion, we had persons like Sammy Williams and Brown, and all of these, some known to you and some unknown. I want to encourage them always, though, to do a good work, a work of good quality, because it becomes very bothersome for us when persons move into their homes and then they come to complain that you didn't do a good job with the plumbing, you didn't do a good job with the carpentry. So whenever you have a good favor, we want to return the favor by doing the best possible job that you can. Sometimes you want to make all out of the job. You ain't no carpenter, we call a carpenter to do that part. You ain't no plumber, call a plumber to do that part, so that people can feel appreciative of the quality of your work and to recommend you. I want in closing to say thank you to all of you for coming out this morning. Thank you for the support you have displayed today. Thank you for the confidence in my administration, in the team Unity administration. While I am the leader and I understand the message which Eugene's cousin gave yesterday at the Anglican Church, Father Percival, about God anointing one person to lead, and that leader must make the decision. Sometimes you may not have support, but you have to plow through because the responsibility with you. We have been able to work together as a team. Every major decision have come to the cabinet and we have made them as a team. So I want to compliment all the people who are part of the team Unity government. And I ask that you give our Deputy Prime Minister, the Honourable Sean Richards, a round of applause. I ask that you give the Honourable Lindsay Grant a round of applause. I ask that you give the Honourable Ian Patrice Libert a round of applause. I ask that you give again the Honourable Jean Hamilton a round of applause. I ask that you give the Honourable Vance Amory a round of applause. I ask that you give the Honourable Mark Brantley a round of applause. I ask that you give our Attorney General Vincent Byron a round of applause. I ask that you give our Minister of Health Wendy Phipps a round of applause. And I ask that you give Dr. Timothy Harris a wonderful round of applause. We are a team working together. And of course, in the Parliament, we have been ably assisted by our Senator, the Honourable Akila Byron Nisbet. Could you stand, please? And we thank you for your support. NHC, when I look at their motto and slogan, gave me a theme that I can use for my next presentation. Raising the standards. Raising the standards of conduct, of behavior, of discipline in the country. Raising the standards of industry and enterprise and entrepreneurship in the country. That is how we are going to build a successful St. Kitts and Nevis. Baby J is always on my mind because Baby J was an ambitious woman who set up her own shop and made a success story out of that shop. Baby J stand. Cameraman, take a picture of a wonderful lady. You understand? Earning her own keep. And it takes discipline, sacrifice, an independent mind to be able to make a success story of any establishment, big or small. I want them to encourage all of our people. Everywhere you could find a role model. Everywhere there are young people like Al Wilson who ain't getting no trouble now. I never did. Never did. In all of our community, if we look around, poverty don't mean that you must do wicked things. Poverty doesn't mean a life of drugs and guns. Don't let them fool you. Don't accept it. So to all of the young people who are disciplined in themselves, despite at times things are hard, I congratulate you and said whatever this government can do to improve your lives, we certainly will. To God be the glory. Great things he has done, and I congratulate all of you today on receipt of your keys. Again, be a responsible home owner. Remember NHC monthly. Remember NHC monthly. Because by doing that, you provide the resources for other people to be able to get this opportunity for which you are preferred. I want to say how nice I feel to see Anne Samuel here. And I know Anne has come to give support to her daughter, who is here. Long overdue. You see, good things come now. Her daughter has gotten a bigger house, a better house, one fit for a king. And I know there were moments when Patrice thought, Lord, Timothy must have fooled me. I said, Patrice, oh Lord. I want to say thank you to the Samuel family for traveling with me, for giving me the support, and for all the rest of Anne Samuel family, because Patrice wasn't up and down as much as the younger one them. And I want to thank them for showing up night after night at the political campaign. It has been a pleasure. People like Kellen and Fatty and all of you who are here, and Deshaun. I say God bless you. And Kenya, that former police lady, Kenya and whatever we spell it with a funny way. We want to say thanks to all of you from the bottom of my heart. And I will be your greatest friend. I will be your voice when you need someone to shout for you. When you're weak, I will be your strength. Forever, I will be on this journey for a better standard of living for all the people of St. Kitts and Nevis. God bless you all.
Stay up to date with news, programs, and activities of the government with SKNIS. Like us on Facebook. Listen to us on SoundCloud. Follow us on Twitter. And watch our videos on YouTube. Connect with us today. SKNIS, St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service.